It's 7 o'clock in the morning, your eyes open, and the very first thing you do is this. You prick your finger, that tiny pinch, and then those few seconds of waiting. The number appears 108. Something sinks inside you. Last night, as you fell asleep, you thought, today will be fine. You ate less yesterday, you didn't even have rice, you didn't touch anything sweet, yet why is this number so high? You go to the kitchen to make your morning brew. You make tea without sugar, because by now this has become a habit. You open the fridge, there are eggs inside, your heart wants to have breakfast, but a question keeps circling in your mind. Should I eat or not? How many should I eat? Should I eat the yolk or not? The doctor didn't really explain things in detail, they just said, reduce your sugar, reduce your fats, be careful. This be careful, no one ever told you what it truly means. And this fatigue you feel, it's not just physical, it's mental too. Calculating every morsel before you eat it, being afraid of everything, and even when guests come over, you have to worry about what will happen today. Life feels heavy sometimes. And if you are feeling this way, I want to tell you something. This isn't just your story. Many people around the age of 60 who have diabetes wake up every morning with these same thoughts. But before I begin today's video, please do one thing, subscribe to the channel, because what I am about to tell you today, perhaps no one has ever told you in such simple and clear words. This isn't just about whether to eat eggs or not. This is about how an egg can actually help control your blood sugar. If you know the right way to eat it, the right time to eat it, and what is that one common mistake most people make that wastes all the benefits of the egg. And right at the end of the video, I will give you a complete daily plan. When to eat, how many to eat, and how to prepare them. As if I'm writing a prescription for you. So please stay till the very end. First, let's understand what the real problem is. When we talk about high blood sugar in diabetes, we usually think the problem is just eating sweets. But the reality is much deeper. In our body, there is something called insulin. This is a hormone. Think of it this way. It's like a key, and the cells of our body are like a lock. When we eat food, sugar enters the blood. The insulin key turns, the lock opens, and sugar goes inside, giving the body energy. But in type 2 diabetes, what happens? The lock gets rusty. The key is the same, but it doesn't work properly anymore. This is called insulin resistance. So the sugar keeps circulating in the blood, never reaching the cells. The result is that even when you eat, you feel tired. Even when you sleep, your head feels heavy, and your numbers are always high. Now, after 60, there's another thing that makes this lock even more troublesome. Muscle mass starts to decrease. And muscles are the primary places where glucose is used. The less muscle you have, the less glucose gets burned, and the more stays in your blood. This is the real issue, and that's why just giving up sweets is not enough. The body needs something that can fix that rusty lock, preserve muscle, and stabilize blood sugar. And if eaten the right way, an egg can do all three of these things. Now, let's get to the main point. The first question, is an egg good for people with diabetes? Many people have heard that eggs contain cholesterol, so they must be harmful. This is a mistake that has been passed down for years. The truth is that the cholesterol we eat in food does not directly become the cholesterol in our blood. The body is very smart. If cholesterol is coming from outside, it produces less of its own. In 2020, the American Diabetes Association clarified in its guidelines that a healthy person can eat 1 to 2 eggs per day. And it does not increase the risk of heart disease, provided the rest of the diet is also healthy. So, what is the real benefit of an egg in diabetes? Eggs contain very high-quality protein. Protein is something that does not raise blood sugar at all. Its glycemic index is 0. But more importantly, protein keeps your stomach full for a longer time after eating. When you feel full, you eat less at your next meal. And when you eat less, your blood sugar doesn't spike suddenly. Let's understand this with an example. Imagine you have a water tap and a tank in your house. If water flows from the tap very fast, the tank overflows. But if the water flows slowly, the tank can manage it. The protein in an egg slows down the speed of eating, so sugar enters the blood slowly and the tank doesn't overflow. Let me mention an important piece of research. A study was published in the British Journal of Nutrition, where patients with type 2 diabetes were divided into 2 groups. One group ate eggs for breakfast and the other had oatmeal. Those who ate eggs had much more stable blood sugar levels until noon, and they also ate less at lunch because they felt less hungry. So an egg doesn't just give a direct benefit, but indirectly, it helps control your entire day's eating. The second question, should you eat the yolk or not? Everyone asks this, and everyone has heard the common advice. Don't eat the yolk, just eat the white. But the truth is, the yolk contains everything that the white doesn't. The yolk contains choline, a nutrient essential for the brain and the liver. The yolk has vitamin D, and research shows that people with low vitamin D have higher insulin resistance. The yolk contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect the eyes. And in diabetes, the eyes are among the first organs to be affected. The yolk has healthy fats that keep blood sugar stable. So, should you completely stop eating the yolk? No. If your cholesterol is not already very high and if your doctor hasn't forbidden it, one yolk per day is perfectly fine. If you are eating 2 eggs, keep the yolk of one and remove the yolk of the other. This is a balanced approach. The third question, how important is the way you cook the egg? It is extremely important. And this is the thing people pay the least attention to. The same egg, if you fry it in deep oil, will cause harm instead of benefit. When you cook an egg at very high heat, its protein oxidizes, it gets damaged. And the oil you are using brings a lot of extra calories and inflammation, which worsens blood sugar. So what are the best methods? Boiled egg is the best. There is no oil, the protein is completely preserved, and it keeps you full for the longest time. Poached egg, when you drop the egg into hot water without oil, is also excellent. If you must use oil, like for an omelet, keep the quantity of oil very minimal. 1 small teaspoon is enough, and use olive oil or pure ghee, just a tiny bit. Avoid refined vegetable oils as much as you can. Do not keep the heat too high. Cook on a medium flame. And don't cook it for too long. Let's pause here for a moment. I know a lot has been said, and you might be wondering how to remember all this. Well, you don't have to. At the end, I will give you a complete schedule that will guide your day. For now, just keep listening and understanding. The fourth question, when should you eat the egg? This question is very important, and you will be surprised by the answer. Timing has a profound effect on blood sugar. Eating an egg for breakfast gives the most benefit. The reason is that in the morning, especially in diabetics, blood sugar is naturally a bit higher. This is called the dawn phenomenon. The body releases glucose from the liver throughout the night to keep the body functioning. If in the morning you eat something that pushes blood sugar even higher, like sweet tea with bread or a paratha, the number goes very high. But if you have an egg in the morning, which has no carbohydrates and doesn't raise blood sugar, your entire morning glucose graph stays stable. A study from the University of Connecticut found that people who ate eggs for breakfast had significantly lower blood sugar levels until 2 o'clock p.m. compared to those who had bread or cereal in the morning. Besides breakfast, you can also eat an egg with dinner, but at least 2 hours before going to bed. The fifth question, what should you eat with the egg? An egg is good on its own, but when combined with certain things, its effect multiplies. Vegetables, spinach, tomatoes, bell peppers. Eating an egg with any of these is excellent. Vegetables contain fiber, which further slows down the speed of blood sugar. Add spinach to your omelet or eat a tomato alongside your egg. Avocado with egg is a fantastic combination, but this isn't readily available in every household. So if you have it, that's wonderful. Can you eat bread with an egg? If it's white bread, no. But if it's whole grain bread made with whole wheat flour, 1 slice is okay. But still, be mindful. Tea. Unsweetened tea is fine with an egg, but sweet milky tea will negate all the benefits of the egg. Now let's talk about the mistakes people often make. I'm not saying this to criticize you, but so that all your effort doesn't go to waste. You've worked hard, and you deserve to see the results. The first mistake. Eating the egg with tea or sweet items. Many people have a boiled egg for breakfast, but they also have sweet tea or something sugary on the side. The full benefit of the egg is only realized when the rest of your breakfast also doesn't raise blood sugar. If you're fixing things on one side and breaking them on the other, the result will be the same. The second mistake. Eating too many eggs. Some people think, eggs are good, so let me eat 4. But the body finds it difficult to process that much protein at one time. It puts a strain on the kidneys, and in diabetes, you must take special care of your kidneys. 1 to 2 eggs per day is sufficient, not more. The third mistake, Eating an egg and then not moving at all. Eggs have protein that helps build muscle, but this only works when you also do some physical activity. Just a 10-15 minute walk after eating, even if it's just around the room, can significantly lower blood sugar. Now, for the thing I promised, a complete daily plan. Morning after waking up. For breakfast, have 2 boiled eggs or 1 omelet with spinach or tomatoes, cooked with a very small amount of ghee or olive oil. Have unsweetened tea or water on the side. Have this breakfast between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Lunch. Eat as per your usual routine: lentils, vegetables, and roti, but keep the rice portion small. If you had eggs in the morning, do not eat eggs again at lunch. Evening. If you feel hungry, you can have a handful of peanuts or walnuts. Dinner. If your protein intake was low during the day, you can have 1 egg with vegetables for dinner. Eat this at least 2 hours before going to bed. And remember, after eating the egg, make sure to walk for 10-15 minutes. This is your prescription. Now, I have to say one last thing, and this is the most important thing of all. This journey you are on, managing your blood sugar, getting up every morning afraid of everything, living with that tiny little pinch each day, it is not easy. You have worked hard all your life. You ran a household, raised children. You never paid much attention to yourself. And now when your body has gently said, take a little care of yourself too, you listened. You came here. You watched this video. That is no small thing. This struggle is not your destiny. It is a message from your body, and this message can be understood and acted upon. Today, just take one step. Keep 2 boiled eggs for breakfast tomorrow morning. That's enough to get started. And if you think there is someone in your life, a mother, a sister, a friend, a neighbor, who goes through the same struggle every morning that we talked about, then please share this video with them. Like it, share it, because this knowledge can change someone's life, and that someone could be your own.